Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Chesnoid FC save here on FIFA 22. We're getting closer to the January transfer window, the busy month of December on the way. Today will be Everton, Villa, Arsenal and maybe Southampton, but we'll probably save the Southampton game for tomorrow and then maybe sim Arsenal or sim Norwich, either or, as we'll have played Arsenal in both episodes. Otherwise, but obviously Arsenal are kind of a side you don't really want to sim, especially when they're third in the table. They're the sort of games that we want to play and try and get points from. We played and tried to get points yesterday, and we did well to get the win against Chelsea. We were really unlucky not to get the victory against Tottenham. Don't ask me about that game against Sheffield United, and a 3-0 defeat against Manchester City, where they just quite simply were better than me, and I can't really say anything about that. Your feedback so far on the Nteka situation, it seems that you guys would rather he stays at the club, and we send Cox and probably Lucero out on loan to gain some more first team experience, and Nteka drops to the bench. You're keen on me to still bring in a new striker, but to send one of the youngsters out on loan and have Nteka be the man on the bench. I'm alright with that. I'm okay with that, so we shall make the decision. Let me know in the comment section which you think you'd prefer to go out on loan, whether that be Henry Cox, who's currently 79, or Lucero, who's currently 80. Both... Well, actually, Lucero's unhappy with his contract. How long have they got left on that? Lucero are both 3.5 years. Both 3.5 years. They both still got room to grow, as you can see. Not completed their growth plans yet. Neither of them have peaked, but for now, it's Henry Cox that has the pace. Well, actually, to be fair, yeah, he's got the pace. He's got 92 sprint speed. Lucero's quick off the mark, but not much else. He's got the better physicals, Henry Cox. I think Lucero has better technicals. Yeah, Lucero's got the better finishing for sure, and is better on the ball as well, to be fair. So it's a tough one to decide between the two, but I will send one of those two out on loan, as per your request, and we will look to keep Brandy Nteka then, and use this budget to sign another top quality striker. That does then put perhaps the potential move for a new central midfielder or centre-back on the back foot, but that's okay. I'm happy enough to continue on with the players that we've got for now. We'll go into this game against Everton then, and we'll try and get 3 points to start us off. We're still pushing for European positions this season, and with big games against big clubs on the horizon, we could definitely get ourselves up into those spots if the results go our way. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this save. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, of course, so you don't miss out on any more. Make sure to check the channel page itself for any videos you may have missed over the weekend. I know those weekend videos don't tend to get as many views or as many eyeballs as these weekday videos. And of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of Saturday's video, for the short term, the weekend videos will be stopping as we're having work done in the house, and the amount of hours I have available to me to record and stream, etc. are significantly affected. So for the time being, 5 midweek videos here, 5 midweek videos on Facebook. If I can get weekend videos recorded and out to you as well, obviously I might be alright when the work starts. I don't know, it's not started yet. It starts, well, Monday. I'm recording this Sunday evening, so I'm trying to get as much done as I possibly can. Right, Ches versus Everton upcoming, and then hopefully points will start rolling after that. Palacios in goal for them. Danilo, Sven Botman, Jim City and John Joe Kenny. Botman, I think, is a new signing here. Alan and Jean-Philippe Gabama. Kyle John, Nabil Fekir and Abarinachea and Anthony Gordon at striker. On the bench, they're Demarai Gray, Niklas Sula, Tamas Tavares. That's kind of it, really. The rest you wouldn't have said were out-and-out talents. Not that I could quickly glance there anyway. A game where Everton are 14th in the table, but as you've seen so far this year, especially with that Sheffield United one, bottom of the table, no stamina, still get a 2-1 win. Okay, game. So you can't really take anything into account. All you can do is play against the team that are put out in front of you on any given match day and try your best. And that's what we're going to do, as we always do. Baranachea into Anthony Gordon, and his best draws a save out of the woodwork rather than out of the goalkeeper. But certainly they're showing that Everton are going to be dangerous today, and just because they are where they are in the league doesn't mean they can't get a result. Baranachea again. Really struggling here against Everton. They've kept the ball so well. I feel like I've barely even made it out of my half. Let alone actually threatened their goal. Here's Jean-Philippe Gabama. Has options. That's a nice ball through. Fekir to Anthony Gordon. A good turn. I'm trying to get bodies in front of him to stop a shot, but easier said than done. They're just loitering with intent here, and you're waiting for that one pass that will open everything up. Or the shot on the deflection that opens everything up. Kyle John could cross. Doesn't. Danilo tackled by Riley McGree. And we're away on some sort of counter. Can we get into their half? Maybe soon. There we go, across the line. And Randy and Tekka's past the man. Can he find Guiri? That's the question. We'll drill it across the box. We will find Guiri and we'll score. Amin buries it in the back of the net. Another assist for Randy and Tekka. We said yesterday that he's finally started to turn up and turn on the style since we risked his potential removal from the starting lineup. I still would like another striker, but well, I think what I'd like is someone that is like Randy and Tekka, just better everywhere. Basically. Alan. Fekir again. He's got runners. Asked nicely through from Baranachea. Bess actually didn't need to make the save. Anthony Gordon has sliced that horribly wide. I think the phrase for our goal would most certainly be against the run of play. Wouldn't you agree? I've had 31% possession, and included in that is my goal as well. Oh, come on, Jayden, you're better than that. Everton just playing me off the park at the minute, but we've got the goal. So we shall continue to try and defend as hard as we possibly can and keep that advantage. You can see how many bodies we've got behind the ball, but there's always a lot of space between the midfield and the defence. So I do miss having at least one, if not multiple, central defensive midfielders. We find that the two centre mids, you see again, look, the gap. And then I'm having to draw defenders out of position to come and close down the man. So this 4-4-2 does work in some areas, but certainly doesn't in others. It's made us better offensively. We're certainly scoring more goals than we were previously. I can't help but feel like I make myself a lot more open defensively because of that gap between the midfield and the defence. But I don't really know how else to play this. I guess I could switch to a 4-2-2 with those two centre mids. I mean, I could just alter. I could play the 4-4-2 with the two CDMs. Maybe that would work. But then I'd be concerned that I don't have quite enough bodies going forward. It's a tough one. I'll try it in this second half. Let's switch formations to the 4-4-2 holding and see what that does. Why it's put Kassoun up there and Guiri up there, I'm not sure. Never mind. Rodrigo could be a right winger. And then Ferguson. I'll change them to centre mids from CDMs, but they're just inherently sat slightly deeper. And maybe that'll give me a little bit more defensive solidity. We'll have to wait and see. Because you can clearly see from those chances there that there just always is a gap here in front of the centre-backs, behind the two centre mids, where opposition players are just able to get in behind, and it's costing me a number of goals with them making a run through the defensive line and being found with a through ball. A lot of our goals conceded have come in that manner of late. I'm trying to fire this. Okay, I won't try and fire this through to find Rodrigo. Play it tamely at half a mile an hour sideways. Kassoun looking for Nteka, but didn't want to play that pass either. Slow start to the second half, sorry, but our lead from the first half still there. Alan across to Fekir through the gap to Gabama. And there's Baranachea. Gordon out wide here to John Joe Kenny and cut back to Baranachea. Good save by Theo Bess. Needed to be made. It was relatively comfortable. It was at a nice height for him. Was moving from left to right, but still, you would have expected him to make that save. Kyle John off and Demarai Gray on. So a lot of extra pace on the right-hand side of their attack. Guiri with a really good clearance there. Lacroix actually chasing after it and gets to it first as well, flattening the man that was underneath it. But unfortunately for me, couldn't keep it in. Half an hour to play here. We still have our 1-0 lead. You can visibly see that those two centre mids are a lot deeper now, which hopefully will help keep Everton out. Whether it's a plan that will work over the course of multiple games, I'm not sure, but it seems to be doing its job so far in this second half. Oh, intercept that nicely there with Baranachea's little dive. Wiley McGree, Demarai Gray, Allen, Demarai Gray again. Back to Fekir, Demarai Gray, over the bar. Fekir, out to Baranachea, trying to stick with him. Back there to John Joe Kenny. Well done, Jayden Bogle. Forced to Rodrigo. Just knock that back there to Lewis Ferguson. There's only 5 minutes to go here, so we really don't want to be losing possession in dangerous areas, or even really just losing possession at all. Sterling has equalised for City against Tottenham. Kayusta will... Well, it wasn't meant for you, was it? It was meant for... Oh, no. Back over there. Oh, ridden the challenge well. All over the top was meant for Henry Cox. Or whoever it was running in behind. Kassoon, actually, probably. And it went to Henry Cox instead. Itakura, Kayusta. That one finding its intended target. Out wide, Kassoon. Oh, he's well off. He's well off. Not even close, but we've wasted enough time. There's only 60 seconds left to go. They're taking John Joe Kenny off and bringing Tavares on, but it's far too late. Far too late. We'll win this header, please. Well up, Lacroix. Cox could go again, maybe. We'll look for him. He's going to have the pace to get there, you know. Henry Cox. Oh, scores his first goal for the club. He's not got a name or a number to celebrate with, but the fans will be delighted to have gotten a second goal just to ease any concerns at the back, and the players thrilled to have gotten all 3 points as well. That'll do nicely. Thank you, Henry. Maybe it'll be the other striker that goes out on loan. Henry Cox has been disappointing in front of goal previously, but he seems to have found his finish now. Last kick of the game, rather understandably. We take all 3 points. That'll do nicely. Thank you very much. Not sure if it'll move us up the table because there was a bit of a gap above us opening after that defeat to Sheffield United. What made it so frustrating? Apparently, I only had 2 shots in that game. I felt a little bit better offensively than just 2 shots, 2 goals, but apparently I wasn't much better than 2 shots, 2 goals. We are still a point now off Manchester United in 4th. Is there a little bit of changing of the guard we need to do here? Perhaps a little bit with the game coming not too long after the last one. We'll give Ethan Laird the start across here as well. We'll give Mukhaid the start at centre-back. Other than that, no, go on, Kayusta did well off the bench. No. Calm yourself, Kayusta. You're not getting that sort of start. Right, let's see what we can do then away from home against Aston Villa here. You can see their starting lineup on the left-hand side. So we might as well just jump straight in. So let's do that. Forward to De La Fuente again. Good block on it by Kayusta. That's what he's in the team to do. Break play up. Use that physical presence of his to throw his weight around and hopefully knock their midfield about a little bit. They do have their new signing, new very expensive signing, Harvey Elliott, up out on the wing. They're actually talking about him now. I hadn't actually noticed that. Randy Nteka through. Guiri holds off the defence and misses the target. And you can see how angry he is with himself for doing so. Dean Smith in the wrong dugout now. Should be at Norwich, not Aston Villa anymore. Stephen Gerrard will be in the game as a manager rather than just an icon moving forward from next year, you'd imagine. Here's Javier Sanchez looking for Randy Nteka, finding him well. Javier Sanchez there again. Around the outside, looking for Guiri. Stood up well. Guiri is decent aerially. How's Javier Sanchez in the air? Well, he won it. He just headed it straight to the defender, not to the awaiting Randy Nteka to try and score us a goal, unfortunately. Arsenal trail at home against Leicester, which is important for us in our league campaign as well. We have Arsenal coming up soon, and Arsenal were up in 3rd in the division, so them dropping points would be important for us in our hunt for a European spot. Christ knows what sort of pass that is from Lewis Ferguson, though, and our European spot hunt is certainly going to be made harder. Players can't make simple 5-yard passes. Here's Raul de Tomas. And a good save by Best to deny Aston Villa the opening goal of the game. Harvey Elliott will take the corner from the far side. The former Liverpool man puts in a good ball. But Rodrigo heads away. Matt Targett recovers. Lewis Ferguson decides to just run past him rather than put a tackle in as I'd asked. And then they'll score a fucking stormer. Lovely! You see this button, Mr. Ferguson? It's called tackle. When I press it, it's just jinked to the side. Like I'm holding the stick towards the man, and then he's just gone, nah. What the fuck? I mean, take nothing away from that finish. That's unbelievable from Nicolas Dominguez. Watch him run out to him here. I'll do it in slow motion. He's in the battle for the ball. In the battle for the ball, I press tackle. I press tackle about here. And he changes his direction and runs past the man. Thanks. Nteka brings it down. We'll get it back to Kieran Tierney. And we'll deliver it into the middle. And underneath that is Lewis Ferguson trying to make up for his error at the other end. But can't do so. Heads over the bar. Calvin Phillips on the bench for Aston Villa today. And they've got a lead to defend now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Calvin Phillips at some point in this fixture. Mukhaid should win that header. Not that he bothered to jump for it. Sanchez. Randy and Teka. Go on then, Kawiri. Oh, he's playing the other side, the defender. It's what we did against City. Was it City? I just remember doing it against Nathan Ake. Probably wasn't City. Ake's probably moved clubs. Sanchez. Well, why not? Oh, it wasn't. Or at least from this camera angle, it didn't look like it was that far away. Kawiri played in around the corner. I wanted to play it one side the defender. It went the other. Just as it did in the other game where he actually scored. It might have been Tottenham, actually, with Nathan Ake at centre-back. I can't quite recall which game it was, against what team. Just remember it was Nathan Ake who was running the other side of. Regardless, we were able to score on the previous occasion and not able to score on this. We trail 1-0 at half-time. Conrad de la Fuente to Haidara. Well done by Ethan Laird to get the foot in. Substitutions now being made for me. Don't know if they're making any. Didn't look like it. Haidara has the ball thrown to him. Forward again to Twanzebe. This is decent. Decent from Villa. That's going to find the man at the near post who volleys it well, but Best makes the save at the near post as he was called upon to do. Harvey Elliott will look to get an assist here if they can from the corner. It was off Kassoon and very nearly an own goal. Now they make the change as Marvellous Nakamba, who was booked, goes off for Calvin Phillips, and they certainly are going to look to shut up shop then with their current 1-0 lead. If they can add a second, then the shot will definitely not open again, and we'll get absolutely nothing from this game. Billy Gilmore played in him, hoping he can help unlock the Aston Villa backline. Ferguson out wide here to Ethan Laird. Making the moves down the line is Rodrigo again, who's found well. Need to find his teammates well here, though. Guiri holds off the man. Looking through for Randy and Teka, who buries it, but I don't think it's going to count. No, offside. He broke through the lines. I did feel it was offside when the ball was played, and definitely so. As the linesman put his flag up, De Tomas off and Keenan Davis on in his place. Well, we've proven we can get the ball in the back of the net. Now we just need to actually make it count. Kassoon just lift that, looking for Guiri, bring it down. Well, also very well blocked by Matthew Targett. Trying to find this equaliser, but it's not coming yet. That's going to fall. Jesus Christ, Jonathan Tyle went flying there. That was ridiculous. Keenan Davis looking to clear it away, and they will do so, Villa. 15 minutes now to try and find an equaliser. Otherwise, our inconsistencies are going to continue. That's it. Davies, it's loose. We'll get to that. Not long left. Ah, heavy touch. Oh, that will cost us the game. I mean, both of their finishes have been worldies. But that heavy touch from Mukhaid has killed me off. What is that? Strike from Harvey Elliott, though. That was worth the 70-odd million pounds they paid for him. Cracking finish. Keeper no chance for that. Both of their goals right into the top corners. And we will get a defeat here at Villa Park. Winning against Everton. And we're hoping to go for that top 4 position here with a win against Aston Villa if we could. We will fall further away from it. Guiri, Rodrigo's arriving. If I get one goal back now after conceding a second... Oh, I'm not even going to get the 1 goal back, am I? Haidara intercepts. And 3 minutes added on are just going to disappear. We're so inconsistent. Like, we'll win 3 games in a row and then lose and draw for the next 4 or 5 games. Oh, thought we were going to get a 3rd. So, I just want to run where I can just go bam, 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 bam with my results and just get the points on the board and push into those European spots. I had a lot of the ball in that game. Just couldn't create the chances. We don't score against Aston Villa. We haven't failed to score since City. And other than City, I don't think outside of that, we've failed to score since the Fulham game, which was, well, absolute BS at the time. So we felt. Arsenal at home next. Manchester United not doing amazingly with their results either. They've slipped out of the top 4 now as well. Arsenal did lose in the end, so it would have been a great opportunity to close to within 2 points of Arsenal in 3rd, be level on points with Liverpool. Although our goal difference is awful. Look at the amount of goals I'm conceding. 22 goals. It's more than anybody above us. It's as many as Manchester City, who are still 10th. It's as many as Newcastle, who are 14th after 15 games. More goals conceded than Forest, who are 17th. We've got a great goalkeeper in goal as well, so something's going wrong somewhere. But pinpointing where that is, I'm not sure. Arsenal with Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Devin Wrench, Ben Godfrey, Pablo Mari and Joel Lopez. Edson Alvarez, Luis Milla in the middle with Joel Adejo, James Oliyinka and Nicola Pepe. And Antoine Griezmann up top at striker. Zubeldia, Dolberg, Lodi. Silas on the bench as well with some pace. I mean, there's probably more talent on the bench than there is in the starting lineup for Arsenal there. We're back to our usual starting 11 from the slightly rotated or slightly changed, altered 11 of the last game against Villa, hoping to get back to winning ways. This side won against Everton. Hopefully this side can win against Arsenal, although it is going to be an entirely different test. Although given the players they've got in their starting 11, I'm not sure if it's the strongest of tests they could have faced or could have given us. Riley McGree out to Kassoun, back to Riley, into Gouiri, round the corner here. Rodrigo driven into the middle and no goal. It was beautifully worked and manufactured, but couldn't be put away with a ping, but Bogle should get underneath that. Why they go with their feet in situations like that baffles me. Like, the ball is clearly 10 feet in the fucking air. Use your head, pal. Gouiri looking for Randy Nteka. Got a number of defenders in front of him. He's worked it on his left. It's an excellent save by Ramsdale. It's a brilliant clearance by Devin Wrench as well. Lewis Ferguson wins that nicely. And for once, a headed pass actually goes to its intended recipient. Looking for Gouiri again, but it should have gone to Nteka. Top stop by Ramsdale to keep us out. We're pressing for another home victory here if we can get it. Ferguson, I see the run actually on the right-hand side by Rodrigo looking for him. It's not the best of balls, and Luis Milla tracks back to get to the ball and stop us from being able to build down the right-hand side. Oliyinka forward to Antoine Griezmann. Forward there to Joel Lopez. Forward on the left-hand side for them from defence. Linking up nicely with Nicola Pepe. Fired through to Griezmann. They can combine in the middle with the ball across the face of goal. Their first chance of the game. Their first goal of the game. Adejo from the right-hand side tucks in. It's basically what I was trying to do earlier at the other end. Riley McGree couldn't finish it. Tierney didn't read that he was behind him. Or didn't know that he was behind him. Didn't get a shout that he was behind him. And Adejo nips in to give Arsenal a 1-0 lead. On the back foot after half an hour. Strugs right now for some consistent form with this team. As we approach Christmas, it's a very busy fixture list as well. It's not going to get any easier. We do have money to spend in January. And rather evidently, we are going to need to spend it. Edson Alvarez out to Devin Wrench. Arsenal's 1-0 lead looks like it's going to stay intact until half-time. Might increase before half-time. Out here to the previous goal scorer, Adejo, looking to set up a man in the middle. Itakura heads it actually towards goal, but wide, thankfully. And in stoppage time at the end of the first half, they'll look to get a second, but they won't get it. But they will still lead at the break. Intercepted nicely by Ferguson. Rodrigo, McGree. See the run being made by Rodrigo. Can he get to it? No. Will it fall for Randy Nteka? No. Can we get to that with Riley McGree? Yes, we can. Go back to Riley here through that gap. Go forward to Gouiri. Try and accelerate past the man. Is that a foul? I think it should have been. Would have loved a free kick there. Oh, 25 minutes to go here, and we've had nothing in this second half, but Arsenal have put everybody behind the ball as soon as I get remotely close to their goal. They've been outrageously difficult to break down. Such a solid defensive performance from them. I'm trying to kind of let them onto me a little bit so that I can then counter, because it's, at the minute, the only way that I can get towards the goal without there being literally all 10 outfield men behind the ball. Tierney into Nteka. Can't get away from the man that's near him. And we're struggling again here. Ikone across to Milla, over the top. Challenge for it, Tierney. No, don't just jump at it. Actually try and win it. Look for Ferguson in the middle. Nicely laid in front of him. Decent pass for once. Ferguson out wide. Bogle looking for Guiri. Trying to get past the 2 men that are with him. He's done well. Stand it up looking for Nteka. We'll take the corner. We'll see what we can do with 10 minutes to go. Probably not much, but we'll give it our best shot. Billy Gilmore coming on. I'll bring Caden Clark on as well for Kassoon. And we'll see what we can do on this left-hand side with some extra pace or some fresh legs at least out there. Rodrigo with the ball in. I could really do with a classic Randy Nteka header now. It's going to be Guiri that's underneath it or towards it. Caden Clark not yet involved. Gilmore out to McGree. Now looking for where I thought Caden Clark would be. It's Kieran Tierney. See Rodrigo at the back post. Here's Guiri. Got the shot off, but it's well blocked. And time is just running away from me now here at home against Arsenal. I have not been able to put together the sort of form that I want. We're conceding too many. We're not scoring enough. I'm starting to wonder whether a change of formation is needed again. This 4-4-2 just isn't giving me the solidity defensively that, quite frankly, I'm rather evidently needing to ensure that I stand a chance of winning football matches. Played out there to Rodrigo. We'll look for... I was looking for Randy Nteka and it went towards Guiri, and that's probably going to be my last opportunity. They brought Kasper Dolberg off the bench. But they've not really needed the reinforcements. They've just been better than me and rock solid defensively. I couldn't find a way past. Couldn't even force saves out of Aaron Ramsdale, really, because I couldn't find the opportunities to have the shot. They had one shot, they scored it. I had 3 shots, I couldn't. We lose again. We lose again. Down to 7th. Still, remarkably, only 3 points off 4th. Although obviously that is with still Liverpool having a game in hand. I'm struggling to find the best out of this side now. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know if a change of formation is needed or whether a change of individual instructions. Maybe I need to get Kassoon. Maybe let me switch to for tomorrow. Let me switch to a 4-2-2 and have those guys sat back there and these guys out wide here, still registered as wingers. These guys can still be registered as centre mids, but they're sat deeper. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll work. Whatever we're doing at the minute, we started well. We started really well, to be fair. 3 straight victories, and I was absolutely buzzing. Then we stumbled, but it felt like the game was against me. Then we were decent against Man United and Leicester, and Liverpool, to be fair. Really good against Chelsea. Felt hard done by against Tottenham. City just outclassed me. And then Arsenal just outclassed me today. In the Villa game, I just couldn't get the chances. I'm struggling to create. And quite clearly, we're not scoring enough and we're conceding too many. We were 22 goals conceded. We're now 23 goals conceded. And my goal difference is -1 compared to everybody above me who's more than 10. We're not scoring enough, but more than that, we're definitely conceding too many. I don't want to switch to a 5-back. I don't like 5-back formations. I really just don't enjoy playing that way. But that's where this episode will end for now. Tomorrow Norwich are 9th, to be fair to them. Southampton are well above us. Norwich are 9th, then Leeds away. It'll probably be the home game against Norwich that I sim, just because it's a home game. Sheffield United and Fulham have beaten us so far this season. And they've got 10 points total down in the relegation zone. I'm pretty sure Forest beat me as well. Did Nottingham Forest beat me earlier in the season? We definitely played for. No, we beat Forest by 1-0. Still, though, strugs. On strugs. So something has to change. So we've made a change, and tomorrow we'll find out if it works or not. I'll see you then.